Man, this is just so frustrating. We can't seem to raise our test scores. I don't know how we're supposed to get any funding from the state. We just had a little bit more funding. We could acquire new stuff for our students to do better in the classroom.
Yeah, I really feel for those schools that are stuck in a cycle of disproportionality. They don't get the appropriate funds and are located in low-income areas.
Hey, evening, gentlemen. What's going on?
Oh, we're just talking funds and standardized test scores. We just need a little extra money and we could really make a name for our school.
Yeah, how's your school doing? I heard you guys are having some income issues and aren't getting quite the test scores you want. What's that I heard about? You're also on academic probation?
Oh, that's nothing to worry about. We're doing fine. We've only been on academic probation for 2 years. Nothing but a quick fix.
You aren't worried about that at all?
Nah, we had 5 teachers quit last year. Apparently it's too rough for them to, handle. Whatever that means. I'm sure their replacements will help bring us back up to par. I mean, I don't really see why an underperforming school like mine can't get more funding. The state knows why we're struggling. Instead of helping out my school by giving me more funds, we just keep getting failing grades and schools got poor evaluations. How are we supposed to dig ourselves out of this hole? Oh well, I guess we'll get around to it eventually.
I just can't figure out why Leif thinks his school is doing fine.
Why he's not worried about being on academic probation baffles me. If he doesn't get off probation, I don't know how he thinks he's going to get the money to support his school.
Come on in.
What's up, guys?
Just budgeting for the year, not something you have to worry much about.
Why are you guys worrying so much about budgets and funding? My kids do great on the standardized test. We never have any problems with that.
Wouldn't that be nice? It's been a real struggle for the past few years to get enough funding to encourage good teachers to come to my school. We get little to no funds. Thus, we cannot pay to get better teachers for our school. It really is a never-ending cycle with this.
These schools are always complaining about the lack of funding that they get. It just doesn't make any sense to me. My school never has any problems. Other schools must not know how to allocate their money. They must be spending on just some random stuff that they don't need.
Man, I have to get all these school corporations together to figure out how to level the playing field. I can't allow some schools to fall behind while schools like Carmel just excel. I have to get all the schools on the same track to perform just like Carmel. Alright guys, thanks for coming here today. I really appreciate it. So I called this meeting today because there seems to be some confusion as far as funding goes. So first we have to understand that there are 3 different schools here, and because of that we all come from different backgrounds. And the socioeconomic statuses of these communities create unique environments. And because of those unique environments in the community, we have unique classrooms. So really teachers have to work on changing their teaching styles as they have different socioeconomic statuses in the classroom. So right here I have this PowerPoint, and it shows how schools have performed on standardized tests in relation to socioeconomic status. So when looking at the blue, we are looking at Carmel. Orange is the school in Hammond, and the gray is Kesson Middle School in LaPorte, and the yellow is the state average. We got all this information from the Department of Education, and we pulled these 3 schools because they had high income, medium income, and low income. And because of that, we were able to really see where people fell on the spectrum as far as socioeconomic status goes. So if we jump over here to the end, we can look at the total amount of students who pass both English language arts and math. So as you can see, Carmel is way up here at the top, almost 95%. Kesslin, which is in gray, they're right around the state average, which is right around 70%. And then as you can see, Hammond is well below the average at about 55%. So if we can switch the slide. This looks at free and reduced lunch in relation to the ISTEP scores. So here you'll notice that we have the same colors, but right here, there's no orange. The reason why that is because all the kids in Hammond School, they're all on free and reduced lunch, so we didn't have any statistics for that portion. And as you can see again, we have the same statistics as far as kids passing. So there was a direct correlation really when it came to looking at socioeconomic status and test scores. And as socioeconomic status went up, test scores went up. So I think that we really need to start looking at these facts. And along with this PowerPoint and these statistics, I found some interesting statistics online. And I hope that we can avoid these statistics so they don't apply to our schools. So according to studies, by fourth grade, all students living in poverty are 2 years behind in reading and math as compared to kids who don't live in poverty. 1/4 of our nation's children live in poverty. In addition to these facts, the dropout rate for high school students living in low-income houses is about 6 times of their peers who live in high-income houses. So we really need teachers to recognize and respond to these common characteristics of their young learners. And because of that, educators really need to try to eliminate this achievement gap that they have between socioeconomic statuses. And taking all this into consideration, we really need to look at how unique our schools are and adjust our teaching patterns and really try to lower this achievement gap. Students are our priority first, so we really need to care about them, and thus we really need to understand where they come from and their socioeconomic status.
I think we got a better understanding, we can change things.
Thank you.